press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome back for the JEE discussion split 5. Syllabus is chemical bonding and environmental chemistry. Both are belongs to first PUC and from second year, that is haloalkanes, haloarenes, followed by alcohols, phenols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. So these are the syllabus. This was the syllabus related to the exam. So here the questions. Split 5 syllabus JEE. Question number 1. The decreasing order of bond angles in BF3, NH3, PF3 and I3 minus. So here this is a bond angle related question and it was from chemical bonding. 4 compounds was given. Number 1 is boron trifluoride and second one will be the ammonia and third one is PF3 and fourth one will be I3 minus. So what was the question regarding this? The decreasing order of bond angles. Order of bond angles. Order of bond angles or what? So here my dear students, make a note regarding this. First we have to find the hybridizations. Hybridizations already we know. sp hybridization 180 degrees, sp2 hybridization 120 degrees, sp3 hybridization 109 degrees 28 minutes. According to the hybridizations, sp is the 180 degrees, sp2 120 degrees and sp3 109 degrees 28 minutes. According to the valency shell electron pair repulsions, bond angle may be decreases according to the expected bond angles because of the repulsions takes place between lone pair and lone pair, bond pair and bond pair. So according to the examples, this is a well-known example, boron trifluoride. Boron undergoes sp2 hybridization. Boron undergoes sp2 hybridization. Already you know one formula regarding hybridization is equals to, what is the formula? Hybridization is equals to total number of valency electrons, total number of valency electrons divided by 8. So you can go through this formula. Total number of valency electrons divided by 8 is equals to the hybridization. First example, valency electrons is nothing but group number. Boron belongs to third group. For first example, we should write that is third group boron and number of fluorines 3, 7 by 8. For second example, nitrogen belongs to fifth group and number of hydrogens 3, hydrogen belongs to 1, so it is divided by 2. So here one more formula is also there, hybridization is equals to total number of valency electrons divided by 2. Divided by 2 means the total valency is less than 8. The total valency is less than or equals to 8 or less than 8, we should go with divided by 2. And while coming to this example, phosphorus fifth group, number of fluorines 3 into 7 by 8. And last example, iodine 7, number of iodines 3, iodine belongs to 7th group, minus charge is there, that is plus 1 divided by 8. So here, while doing this one, we'll get the value is here 3 7s are 21, 21 plus 3 24, 24 by 8 and here 8 by 2 and here 21 plus 5 26 by 8 and the last one 3 7 22 by 8 here. So my dear students, after completion of this you can use the formula total number of valency electrons divided by 8 or total number of valence electrons divided by 2. So 24 by 8. 24 by 8 we should write what is 24 by 8? 8 3 is a 24. 8 3 is a 24 means one is s orbital, remaining 2 are the p orbitals. So the sum is, the value is 3. What is 3 stands for is sp2 hybridization. 3 stands for sp2 hybridization. And second case we should go with 8 by 2. 8 by 2 means 4. 4 stands for what it is? sp3 hybridization. 4 stands for sp3 hybridization. And third case 26 by 8. 26 by 8 means 8 3 is a 24. 2 will be remaining, and this 2 can be divided with 2. 2 ones are 2. That is called 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is nothing but it is what? 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. This is also sp3 hybridization. 3 plus 1 4. 3 bond pairs, 1 lone pair, sp3 hybridization. And last one, iodine, 22 divided by 8. 8 2 is a 16, and 6 will be remaining. 2 3 is a 6. 2 3 is a 6 means this can be written as 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. The hybridization is sp3d hybridization. So this technique you can apply to solve the this type of bits. Very easy it is. So simple, the formula hybridization is equals to total number of valency electrons divided by octet configuration. So here sp2 hybridization, second one is a sp3 hybridization, third one is a sp3 hybridization, and last one is a sp3d hybridization. And what about the shape of the molecules? Shape of the molecules is very important. So here what will be the shape? Shape of the molecule is you should go with it is trigonal planar, and it is NH3 pyramidal, and PF3 also pyramidal. And here sp3d hybridization, actually we expect it is a trigonal bipyramidal, but trigonal bipyramidal, but the shape of the molecule is a linear. So here bond angle 120 degrees, bond angle 107 degrees, bond angle 100 degrees, and bond angle is 180 degrees. So this is the process to calculate the bond angle according to the hybridizations. So bond angle is maximum for I3 minus. So I3 minus is greater than, next goes to BF3. BF3 greater than NH3. NH3 greater than PF3. This is the order for the bond angle, decreasing order it is. Decreasing order of the bond angle, I3 minus greater than BF3 greater than NH3 greater than PF3. Simple question this is. According to the hybridizations, we have to decide the bond angles. So the right answer is I3 minus BF3 greater than NH3 greater than PF3. Clear? So next question. Next question was very important. Total number of lone pairs of electrons in I3 minus ion is. Total number of lone pair electrons. Total number of lone pairs of electrons in I3 minus is. Question number 27. I3 minus 3 into 7 plus 1 by 2, 8. 22 by 8. 22 by 8 we should write 8 2 is a 16, 2 3 is a 6, 0, 2 bond pairs plus 3 lone pairs on central atom. So it is stands for sp3d hybridization. Shape is trigonal bipyramidal but linear. We should write I bond, I bond, I minus, I bond, I bond, I minus, and here central atom, this is the central atom. Central atom 2 bond pairs and 3 lone pairs. So here 1 lone pair, 2 lone pairs, 3 lone pairs. Central atom is 3 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. That is the shape of the molecule is these two are the bond pairs, these 3 are the lone pairs. You should write like this. This is lone pair 1, this is lone pair 2, it is lone pair 3. So these three are the lone pairs which are belonging to central atom. And once you observe that terminal atoms here only one bond is there. One bond is nothing but 2 electrons. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 according to Lewis dot structure. According to Lewis dot structure, you should complete octet on terminal atoms except central. Here also 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here 3 lone pairs, here 3 lone pairs, here 3 lone pairs. So total number of lone pairs are 9 lone pairs. According to the formula, what is the formula? Hybridization is equals to total number of valency electrons divided by 8. This is a common formula to calculate hybridization. According to the hybridization, we have to find number of lone pairs, number of bond pairs, shape of the molecule. But here, what is the question means total number of lone pairs, not only central atom. If central atom means 3, answer. Total is 9. So 9 is the right answer for this question. 9. Question number 27. And next one, question number 28. Question number 28. Identify the pair in which the geometry of the species is T-shape and square pyramidal respectively. T-shape and square pyramidal. One is a T-shape. Second one is a square pyramidal. Where we observed means T-shape you observed sp3d. Square pyramidal you observed sp3d2. In sp3d2 square pyramidal is there. In T-shape where you get T-shape, where you will get T-shape means T-shape you will get it only sp3d. Because of sp3d hybridization, you should go with sp3d hybridization 5 bond pairs, that is trigonal bipyramidal. 4 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair is seesaw shape. 3 bond pairs plus 2 lone pairs T-shape. And 2 bond pairs plus 3 lone pairs is linear. On other hand, we should come with this side sp3d2. 6 bond pairs is equals to octahedral. 5 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair is square pyramidal. And 4 bond pairs plus 2 lone pairs is equals to, very important, these are square planar. This will be the additional information regarding the hybridizations. Hybridization sp3d2, sp3d hybridization where you observed generally sp3d hybridization trigonal bipyramidal shape. But according to the valence shell electron pair repulsion, those are deciding the shape of the molecules. So according to the number of lone pairs, number of bond pairs, we should go with bond pair. Number of lone pairs and number of bond pairs, we should go with the geometry of the molecule. So here the questions once you observed xenon compounds, you go through the xenon compounds, xenon dioxyfluoride and xenon tetroxyfluoride. Xenon oxydifluoride and xenon oxytetrafluoride. You should go with the 2 examples, very important. That is, one is a XeOF2 and second one is a XeOF4. What is the formula to calculate hybridization means already you know, that is hybridization is equals to total number of valency electrons divided by octet. Xenon belongs to 8th group. Oxygen belongs to 6th group. Number of fluorines 2 belongs to 7th group divided by 8. Here also xenon belongs to 8th group. Oxygen belongs to 6th group. Number of fluorines 4 into 7 divided by 8. So here what will be the answer? 7 to the 14, 14 plus 6, 20, 20 plus 8, 28. 28 by 8. Here 7 for the 28. 28 plus 6. 28, 6, 34. 34 plus 8, what will get? 42 by 8 here. One is a 28 by 8, second one is a 42 by 8. 42 by 8, we should go with 42 by 8. 8 5 is a 40. And remaining 2 will be there. 2 1s are 2. 0. So this is bond pair, this is lone pair. 5 bond pairs, 1 lone pair. 5 bond pairs, 1 lone pair, shape of the molecule is square pyramidal. 5 bond pairs plus one lone pair. How many lone pairs here? 5 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair. The shape of the molecule is a square pyramidal. On the other hand, you should come this side. 28 by 8 means 28 by 8 we should go 8 3 is a 24. Remaining 4 will be there and 2 2 is a 4. 2 to the 4 means 0. 3 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs. Here in this example, 3 bond pairs plus 2 lone pairs. 3 bond pairs plus 2 lone pairs goes to what? It is 3 bond pairs 2 lone pairs is a T shape. 3 bond pairs 2 lone pairs is a T shape molecule. So the right answer, one is a T shape, second one is a square pyramidal. T shape you observed sp3d, square pyramidal you observed sp3d2. So according to our information, we should go with one is a XeOF2 and second one is a XeOF4. These are the right answers for the question number 28. So here you should make a note this regarding this, very important it is, and you go through the formula. What is hybridization is equals to? Hybridization is equals to total number of valency electrons divided by 8. 8 is nothing but octet configuration. According to octet, we should go with that. You have to find a proper answer for the question. Clear? Next question number 29. Question number 29 is from environmental chemistry, compulsory question for JEE final examination. Don't neglect because easy to score 4 marks. Water filled in 2 glasses A and B have BOD values of 10 and 20 respectively. The correct statement regarding them is BOD proportional 1 by pollutant. BOD A and B. B is more polluted than A. Both A and B are suitable for drinking. A is suitable for drinking, whereas B is not. A is more polluted than B. So here the answer for this one, as BOD value increases, COD value increases, then the water is not suitable to drink. So BOD is directly proportional to pollutant. COD also directly proportional to pollutant. But one more factor was there regarding environmental chemistry, that is threshold limit value. Threshold limit value is inversely proportional to the toxicity. Remember, these 3 points are very important according to the environmental chemistry. For drinking water, as BOD value increases, that is not suitable for drinking. So here 2 was there. One is A and B. A BOD value 10 and B BOD value is 20. As BOD increases, extent of pollution increases. That water is not suitable for drinking. So what is answer for that means B is more polluted than A. B is more polluted than A. What is the reason here? Reason number 1, TLV increases, toxicity decreases. BOD and COD increases, water is not suitable for drinking. That is pollution increases. It is COD value increases, BOD value increases, the extent of pollution increases. So according to that, the right option for this question, B is more polluted than A. B is more polluted than A. Very easy question this is. And next question number 30. The major product of the following reaction is. So here, benzene ring contains on is OH functional group, on one is SO3H functional group, para position. So it is para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Sulfonation of phenol, we will get this one. So this reaction followed in the presence of Br2 excess. This reaction followed in the presence of Br2 excess. Then what will be the answer? What will be the answer? Very, very important reaction it is. So it is from phenols, OH, SO3H. This is called as para hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid, which is treated with excess of bromine. Reaction is nothing but electrophilic substitution reaction, bromination in phenol. In phenol, generally electrophilic substitution reactions takes place at ortho position as well as in para position. Ortho position bromination takes place, para position bromination takes place, and if it was excess, so all three positions, because of three positions available, one is ortho, here also ortho, but here para is blocked with sulfonic group. Once you observe here, para is blocked with sulfonic group, here ortho is vacant, here ortho is vacant. Then what happens when excess of bromine react with that compound means we'll get the answer is bromine plus from this SO3 will be evolved. So it is called as 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Clear it is. 2,4,6 tribromophenol is the right answer for this question. Sulfonation. On sulfonation means phenol is treated with sulfuric acid. SO3H group attacks on ortho position as well as in para position. So this compound is called as para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid. Para-hydroxy benzene sulfonic acid is treated with excess of bromine, gives rise to 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Tribromophenol is the right option for this question number. First option is right for question number 30 it is. And the next one, 31. So 31, the increasing order of the reactivity of the following halides for the SN1 reaction is. SN1, benzyl greater than allyl greater than tertiary secondary primary. Next is methyl. Next is vinyl, and last is phenyl. So this is the order, my dear students. Benzyl groups, benzyl carbocation, next one allyl carbocation, followed by tertiary alkyls, secondary alkyls, primary alkyls, methyl, vinyl, phenyl. So the increasing order of the reactivity of the following. So number 1 given CH3, CH, CH2, CH3, here given Cl. Removal of Cl from this, we will get CH3, CH plus, CH2, CH3. This is a secondary carbocation. Option 1 given, that is secondary carbocation. And next second one. What is second one? CH3, CH2, CH2Cl. Here also remove Cl. CH3, CH2, CH2 plus. This is called as a primary carbocation. And the last one is third one given. Here OCH3, here CH2Cl. So this compound is called as This is nothing but anisole, it is chloromethyl anisole. So here removal of this one also here from this Cl. Now we will get the compound is OCH3 CH2 plus. This is called as benzyl. So here on removal of chlorine from each example, we will get one is a secondary carbocation, next one is a primary carbocation, and next one is a benzyl carbocation. So according to the information, benzyl carbocation is greater than allyl, allyl greater than reactivity. First benzyl, next is allyl, tertiary, secondary, primary. Favored in which type of reactions? SN1 reactions. Reverse order favored in SN2 reactions. The SN2 reactions we should go with primary. It is methyl. Methyl is greater than primary, secondary, tertiary, like that. So that is for possible for SN2 reactions. So according to the options, you should go with according to the options. So here 3 is more, the increasing order. Increasing order means 3 will be last and 2 will be first, because of 2 is first primary. After primary carbocation, next is secondary carbocation. Next is secondary carbocation, next is benzyl carbocation. So answer is the second less than 1 less than 3. This is the right answer for the increasing order of the reactivity of the following halides for the SN1 reaction. So option 1, according to here, option 1 is was right for the question number it is 31. Clear? So like this you have to find, or general trend it is benzyl, allyl, tertiary, secondary, primary, methyl. That you should go. Clear? And next one is next one is that is next one is the compound that is not a common component of photochemical smoke. What compounds are present in the photochemical smoke? Question number 32. Common components in photochemical smog. Common components in photochemical smog: ozone, nitric oxide, ozone. One is a common compound. Next is a nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is also a common compound. Next is acrolein. Acrolein is nothing but CH double bond, CH single bond, CHO. Acrolein is nothing but it is called as the second option. Second option is nothing but acrolein. It is also called as vinyl aldehyde. Vinyl aldehyde. And next one is a PAN. Next one is a PAN. What is PAN? Means peroxoacetyl nitrate. Peroxoacetyl nitrate is called as PAN. Peroxoacetyl nitrate, that is structure CH2 double bond, CH single bond, C double bond, O, and O2. Then one option was there, that is CH3CO. CH3 single bond, C double bond, O, and O2. Acetonitrile. Peroxyacetonitrate. So that is CF2Cl2 ozone, CH3 C double bond O, and O2. CH3 C double bond O, and O2. So these are the common components which are present in the photochemical smog. And according to the options, ozone is present in photochemical smog, or acrolein is also present in photochemical smog, and CF2Cl2. CF2Cl2 is called as dichloro-difluoromethane. Dichloro-difluoromethane is nothing but it is called as freons. Freons are not present in the photochemical smog. Freons are not present in the photochemical smog. So answer 3 for this question it is. So it is from environmental chemistry. So go through with this because of you should read that environmental chemistry thoroughly. Definitely you will get easy to score 4 marks for JEE. It is compulsory question. It is compulsory question for environmental chemistry. Compulsory from extraction of metals, isolation of metals is also compulsory. Amines also compulsory 2 questions for JEE. It is. So you should thorough with that topics. Clear? So the photochemical smog does not contain CF to Cl2, that is called as difluoromethane. And next question. The chemical reaction benzene reagents was given carbon monoxide HCl, anhydrous AlCl3, CuCl. So simple, this is question number, it is 33. This is one of the named reaction which is in NCERT. Benzene plus benzene which is treated with CO, HCl. CO is nothing but carbon monoxide. CO nothing but carbon monoxide hydrochloric acid, and reaction takes place in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Sorry for the disturbance, it is a little bit anhydrous aluminum chloride, and the reaction takes place in the presence of CuCl. CuCl gives rise to the answer is this was the answer. This is called as benzaldehyde. This is called as benzaldehyde. This is one of the important named reaction. This named reaction is called as Gutterman-Koch reaction. Gutterman-Koch reaction. So this reaction, named reaction, so Gutterman-Koch reaction. Direct question. This is from NCERT textbook. It is clear. Sometimes we expect such type of questions also. So don't get confused. So Gutterman-Koch reaction is a right answer for this one. The conversion of benzene to benzaldehyde it is. And next one, question number 34. In the following sequence of reaction, toluene, KMnO4 A, SOCl2 B, H2 palladium C, in the presence of barium sulfate. Very good question it is. This is a very interesting and a very good question it is. So what is C? In the following sequence of reaction, toluene in the presence of KMnO4 gives rise to A gives rise to B in the presence of SOCl2, B gives rise to C in the presence of H2 palladium barium sulfate. The product C is, what is toluene? Toluene, we should go with benzene ring which contains CH3 functional group is called as toluene. Then here toluene, KMnO4 is nothing but oxidation. Alkyl group is oxidized to the carboxylic acid. Whatever the alkyl group there is, doesn't matter about the size of the alkyl group. Methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, any lengthy alkyl group, any type of alkyl group is also there. The total entire alkyl group is oxidized to what it is? Carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid means we'll get the compound is COOH. COOH is called as benzoic acid. COOH is called as what it is? Benzoic acid. And benzoic acid is treated with SOCl2. Benzoic acid is treated with SOCl2. From this we should eliminate HCl and eliminate SO2. SO required one oxygen. SO required, this oxygen combined with SO2 gives rise to SO2. And this hydrogen combined with one hydrogen gives, chlorine gives rise to HCl. So what is remaining? Remaining is benzene ring contains COCl. This is called as benzoyl chloride. Benzoyl chloride. This compound is called as benzoyl chloride. Benzene ring contains COCl functional group is called as benzoyl chloride. And this benzoyl chloride is treated with hydrogenation in the presence of palladium catalyst with barium sulfate. This is called as Rosenmund reduction. Rosenmund reduction we find in aldehydes and ketones. Finally, what we will get means on Rosenmund reduction, benzoyl chloride gives rise to benzaldehyde. Benzyl chloride gives rise to the compound is what it is? Benzaldehyde, CHO. Here one addition of one hydrogen to this, HCl will be eliminated, and what we will get means this COCl functional group is converted into aldehyde functional group. So what is the final answer means this for this conversion the final answer is C6H5CHO. C6H5CHO is called as benzaldehyde. First reaction, oxidation of alkyl halides, alkyl benzenes gives rise to carboxylic acids. Second reaction, halogenation. Just you should add halogen to that carboxylic acid functional group. Removal of OH from this. Removal of OH and add one Cl. Then we will get acid chloride. Benzyl chloride. Benzyl chloride is treated with Rosenmund reduction agent. It is Rosenmund reduction reducing agent. Palladium, barium sulfate. Addition of hydrogen. Then acid chlorides are converted into aldehydes. So final answer for this question is C6H5CHO is the absolutely right answer for this conversion. So go through like this type of questions because of these are very very important and deciding questions. It is deciding questions. Clear? Next one. Next question is once you observe the major product obtained from the following reactions. The major product obtained from the following reaction is once you observe like this type of questions, once you the students who has observed in the questions they will be completely disappointed because of what about these lengthy structures and lengthy answers, they can't able to understood easily find the answer it is. So don't get confused. According to our knowledge, according to our skills, we have to find such type of questions within simple techniques. What are the techniques means we have to some grip regarding organic chemistry. It is easy to find the answer whatever the question was it was. So here the question given, this is number 35. It is 35 question number. Hg2 plus H plus. What will be the major product? Very simple question it is for don't be lose confident while you observe such type of questions in entrance because very easy to find the answer for this. So what is the reagent? This is the mercuric sulfate one reaction in alkynes. Generally in alkynes one reaction was there, alkynes undergoes hydrolysis. Alkynes undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of 60% HgSO4, 1% H2SO4. 60% HgSO4 and 1% H2SO4. 60% HgSO4 and 1% H2SO4 means if you observe this type of reagent, my dear students, this is my sincere request to one and all. Those are appearing for JEE or NEET. Such type of questions if you found, if you observe this type of reagent or sometimes they should give like this. 60% HgSO4 plus 1% H2SO4. They should give like this also. 60% HgSO4, mercuric sulfate and 1% sulfuric acid. So what to do, what not to do means you should add water molecule. Add water to triple bond. Add water to triple bond. There is no disturbances remaining functional groups. There is no change in here, there is no change in here, only changes occur this part only. Here nothing change will be there, here also nothing change will be there. Simple, you should add water. Add water. How to add water? How to add water means water contains one is H plus ion, second one is OH minus ion. Where you should add H plus, where you should add OH minus means you should add delocalize like this. Suppose delocalization of pi bond towards this side. Delocalization of pi bond towards this side means this is a negative charge, this is a positive charge. See this one. One is a negative charge, second one is a positive charge. Delocalization of pi bond. This delocalization is called as electromeric effect. It is. This is called as electromeric effect. This is plus electromeric effect. It is. positive electromagnetic effect. So delocalization of pi bond, then this carbon get negative, this carbon get positive, and this carbon negative species is attached with what it is? Methoxy group. This carbon positive is attached to which group it is? NO2 group. Generally NO2 group is a negative group, minus group. OCH3 group is a positive group, it is, remember it is. OCH3 is a plus M plus R group, NO3 is the minus M minus R group. NO2, nitro group is a minus M group, nitro group is a minus R group, and methoxy group is a plus M group, methoxy group is a plus R group, resonance group. So here according to our knowledge, we know already, what we know means negative groups, electron withdrawing group, this is electron withdrawing group, this is electron donating group. Electron withdrawing group increase the stability of C minus. Electron donating group increase stability of C plus. These are the common points according to the general organic chemistry. Electron withdrawing group increase the stability of C minus. Electron donating group increase the stability of C plus. Then already here NO2 group increase the stability of C minus, not plus. So electron donating group increase the stability of C plus. So this type of delocalization is not find. Not find means find. If we do like this delocalization, then product will be minor. But we have to find the major product. What is a major product? What is a major product according to our sources? What is a major product according to our sources means such type of delocalization is not so good. So what to do, what not to do? That is very, very important regarding this. Delocalization takes place like this, then this carbon is negative, this carbon is positive. It is a electron withdrawing group. This is electron donating group, electron donating group. Increase stability of carbocation. Here increase stability of C minus. So my dear students, delocalization takes place with respect to that sign. Here delocalization, minus will come here, plus will come here. Then what is our target? Add water. Mercuric sulfate, sulfuric acid said that addition of water. Addition of water to this H plus, OH minus, plus R to this side, minus R to this side. Then what will be the answer? NO2, single bond, C, H, single bond, not single bond, double bond, C, OH, OCH2. Triple bond becomes double bond. After addition of water, triple bond becomes double bond. This is nothing but vinyl group. It is CH double bond, C double bond, C single bond, OH it is. So it is this portion is called as vinyl alcohol. This portion is called as vinyl alcohol. Like such type of structures, if you observe, simply you should give this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. 1 3 shift the double bond here, shift the hydrogen here. This 1 3 shift where you observe 1 3 shift means 1 3 shift observed, that is tautomerism. 1 3 shift you observed in tautomerism. Then what happens? 1 3 shift you observed in tautomerism means again the structure will get like this, NO2 group, here it becomes CH2, single bond, C double bond O, because of hydrogen shifted to this carbon, C double bond O, remaining is asterisk, OCH3. This is a major. Suppose C double bond O here, CH2 here, that is a minor. C double bond O this position, CH2 this position. When it happens means delocalization takes place opposite direction. Delocalization takes place. The answer will be reverse of this. So go through the options. Option 1 is wrong. According to that, option 2 you will go with option 2 is the right answer because of see this one, my dear students, NO2 group, it is a CH2 followed by C double bond O, CH2 followed by C double bond O and followed by benzene ring with OCH3. And next option also you should go with N2O benzene ring and immediate CO given, but immediate CO is not there. So this is the right answer for this question. This one is the right answer for this question. So don't get confused. Just we have to patience to solve this type of questions. Answers will be, this total entire question is 1 page only it is. Because of once you observe the structures, then student will get confused. Why we should take risk to attend such type of questions. But there is no worried about like this type of questions because of it is very easy to solve this. So according to the reagent hydrolysis, you should add water to that. How, where we should add H plus OH minus means according to the stabilization factors. Electron withdrawing group stabilize negative charge, electron donating group stabilize positive charge. What is a minor compound means? Minor compound you should go with this third option. Third option is a minor compound. Second option is a major compound according to the electron withdrawing groups and electron donating groups. So clear it is. So this is a very interesting and important question and I hope you understood. Once again I repeat this. So same reaction here, Hg2 plus H plus. This Hg2 plus H plus is nothing but addition of water to that compound. You should add water according to the not Markovnikov rule, anti-Markovnikov rule, because of here both carbons are having triple bonded carbons it is. Then what to do means where you should turn the bond, that is important. Turn the bond towards right direction or turn the bond towards left direction. The deciding factor is these groups. One is electron withdrawing group, here electron donating group. Electron donating group required positive charge. Electron withdrawing group required negative charge. So delocalization left side, then you will get CH double bond COH and here 1,3 shift. 1,3 shift you know in tautomerism. So this question is based on two concepts was there. One is alkyne property, second one is isomerism, tautomerism. After tautomerism what we will get means we will get this compound. It is a major compound. Clear? I hope you understood. So better to solve such type of questions are very very easy to find the answer. Clear? And next one is this is a very interesting and very important question it is. So this type of questions compulsory we expect for JEE. Benzaldehyde plus acetaldehyde dilute NaOH on heating gives rise to P. The product P is. So question number this is 36. Question number 36. Benzaldehyde plus CH3CHO dilute NaOH on heating gives rise to P. What is P? Very simple question it is. My dear students, this is an example for aldol condensation. This is an example for aldol condensation because of the reagent is a dilute base. If the base is concentrated, then we should go with the Cannizzaro reaction. If the base is diluted means simply you should go with aldol condensation only. And benzaldehyde is absence of alpha hydrogens, but acetaldehyde presence of alpha hydrogens. So here my dear students, this is an example for aldol condensation. This is absence of alpha hydrogens. It is presence of alpha hydrogens. Because of aldol condensation takes place, two conditions is essential. Number one, alpha hydrogens compulsory and reaction followed in the presence of dilute alkali. Dilute alkali and compulsory must ensure alpha hydrogens be required. So after that some steps will be there, but if I can go through the steps, it is very late to find the proper answer in the proper time. Then what to do, how to finish such type of questions means I should give one simple technique to find the direct question to answer such type of examples, and here also, my dear students, focus some more examples are there which are related with intramolecular order. It is intramolecular, because of for JEE compulsory we expect such type of questions, intramolecular orders. It is next discussion after grand test. At the time of grand test we should took such type of questions to discuss. So here first compound as it is, because it is absence of CH, actually CHO you should write CH double bond O. CH double bond O is benzaldehyde. Between carbon and oxygen double bond takes place. We should write actually this is CHO, benzaldehyde, plus acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is an example for presence of alpha hydrogens. So for aldol condensation, what to do means addition of two aldehydes. On addition of two aldehydes, you eliminate water. Addition of two aldehydes eliminate water. Addition of two aldehydes eliminate water means first aldehyde as it is you should write. First aldehyde as it is you should write. So you don't get confused here. First aldehyde as it is you should write. Second aldehyde you should select second aldehyde. This is the second aldehyde, CH3CHO. Second aldehyde you should select. After selection of second aldehyde, this is a functional group. This is carbon. Which carbon it is? Alpha carbon. That carbon is called as alpha carbon. From that alpha carbon you can separate it two hydrogens. From that alpha carbon you separated two hydrogens. First molecule as it is. There is no change in the first molecule. Second molecule you select. After selecting second molecule, you should round up the aldehyde functional group, followed by alpha carbon. Which carbon is alpha carbon? First carbon is alpha carbon. From that alpha carbon you can select two hydrogens. So select two hydrogens, and remaining is what? CH. CH3 can be written as H2CH. CH3 can be written as what it is? H2CH, and remaining portion is what? CHO. So this is called as a second molecule. On addition of this to this, eliminate water. On addition of this to that, eliminate water. That is a final product. Direct answer we will get. Then what will be the answer? Gives rise to benzene, CH. After eliminating water, you make double bond, CH, CHO. This is the answer. Benzene, ring which contains CH double bond, CH single bond, CHO. This is an example for a unsaturated aldehyde. Unsaturated aldehyde. 1, 2, 3 means 1, 2, 3 means 3 phenyl. 3 phenyl propene 2 al. 3 phenyl propene 2 al. 2 propanol. 3 phenyl 2 propanol it is. Clear? So this is the answer for this question. Simple, don't get confused. While doing aldol condensation, first molecule you should write as it is. Second molecule separate two hydrogen, alpha hydrogens only, not ordinary hydrogens. Some cases they will give like this: CH3, CH2, CHO. They will give. Suppose a compound was given like this. This is called as propanol or propionaldehyde. Select a functional group. This is alpha, not this is alpha. You can separate two hydrogens from this only. Separate two hydrogens from this means this compound can be written as like this: CH2, CH3, CHO. Our convenient it is, because our target to remove the two hydrogens from that. So this will be the technique to calculate to find out the answer with respect to the aldol condensation. Clear? So it is alpha gamma beta unsaturated aldehyde it is, aromatic aldehyde it is. Clear? And next one. So the right answer for this question is the right answer where it is. This is the right option. Last option according to the options it is. This was the right option for the question number 36. Next one, question number 37. Question number 37. The number of possible alcohol isomers for C4H10O is the number of possible alcohol isomers only alcohol isomers. The number of possible alcohol isomers for C4H10O. Option was given 3, 2, 4, 5. Possible alcohol isomers C4H10O. So my dear students, such type of questions was given. Suppose isomerism compulsory we expect question for NEET and JEE also. Suppose such type of like this question was there. So how to find the answer for this? This type of formulas can be written as one style. We should go with one style. What is the style? Means the style is CH3, CH2, CH2 style. If you observe like this formula, then you go with CH3, CH2, CH2 style. Up to how many carbons? Up to here in this example, 4 carbon atoms are there. Up to 4 carbons you should go. Clear? Up to 4 carbons you should go means this formula can be written as C4H10O. 4 carbons, CH3, CH2, CH2. On addition of this one, this is called as C4H9. And adding that to total 4, we will get what? C4H9. After C4H9, what is the formula? C4H10O. The formula C4H9. Subtract what is remaining? H and O remaining. HO remaining means this is called as what it is? Alcohol. So the formula was given is alcohol. Already the question also there, the number of possible alcohol isomers for C4H10O. So how to write? That is important. So how to write the 4 compounds? How to write the total compounds? Number 1, CH3, CH2, 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 OH. Number 2, CH3, CH2, CHOH, CH3. This is butane 2-ol and it is butane 1-ol. Butane 2-ol, butane 1-ol. After butane 2-ol, butane 1-ol, butane can be written as isobutane. Butane can be written as isobutane. Isobutane means number 3, CH3. This is called as isobutane, my dear student. It is called as isobutane. And in this isobutane, you should make one here, OH. This is called as what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means 2-methyl propane 2-ol. 2-methyl propane 2-ol. And one more possibility also there, that is a CH3 single bond, CH single bond, CH3 single bond, CH2OH. This possibility also there. This possibility also there. 1, 2, 3. 2-methyl propane 1-ol. 2-methyl propane 1-ol and 2-methyl propane 2-ol. So such type of examples, once you expand that, what about that? Once you expand according to the formula, it is according to the formula you should go with expand 2-methyl propane 1-ol and 2-methyl propane 2-ol are belongs to isobutane cities. So it is 2-methyl propane 1-ol. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But options 3, 2, 4, 5 will be there. Sorry. The number of possible alcohol isomers for C4H10O. So possible isomers. One more possibility is also there. Once you go with this one. This carbon is chiral carbon. This carbon is chiral carbon. Chiral carbon because of here. One is hydrogen, one is OH group, one is methyl group, one is ethyl group. Example 2, you observed one is optical. D and N. Clear? 2 alcohols. 2 substituted alcohols are said to be chiral alcohols. Optical isomerism it is. 2 alcohol is an example for optical alcohol. So total number of isomers, possible isomers: butane 1-ol, butane 2-ol, 2-methyl propane 2-ol, 2-methyl propane 1-ol, and from butane 2-ol it is also exhibit optical isomerism, enantiomerism. One is a D form, second one is a L form because of the chiral carbon. Chirality is there. Optical activities. Optical active. So the right answer is not 3, not 2, not 4. Only it is 5. 5 possible isomers was there for the formula C4H10O. So you should write the options. You should write the structures: 1-ol, 2-ol, 2-methyl 2-ol, 2-methyl 1-ol, and 2-ol also exhibit optical isomerism. Clear? So this is the right answer. Total number of possible isomers 5. After that, next. Next one is right. This is belongs to what about that environmental chemistry? The maximum prescribed concentration of cadmium in drinking water in ppm is. This is you go through that NCERT. One table was there. What about the table? Means optimum concentration. Optimum concentration in ppm. Optimum concentration in ppm for some metals, optimum concentration in parts per million of some metals in drinking water. Drinking water it is. This is a question number, what about the question is 38. Suppose we should go with iron, manganese. Iron will be there, manganese is there, zinc was there, aluminum is there, cadmium is there. Here what was given? That question is cadmium. Cadmium is there, iron, manganese, aluminum, copper. So iron, aluminum, manganese, copper, and cadmium and zinc. These are the metals. One particular table was there. In that one, iron is 0.2, and it was if it is manganese 0.05, manganese 0.05, cadmium 0.005, zinc is 5.0, copper is 3.0, and that we should go with aluminum is nothing but 0.2. Iron 0.2, aluminum also 0.2, right? Okay, copper 3.0. So my dear students, you go through this table from your NCERT textbook. One table was given. From this table, many times question was repeated. And pollutant. What about the water pollution? And on that NCERT only you find it is excess of nitrate. What about the percentage of sulfate, percentage of nitrate, blue baby syndrome? Some concept oriented questions was there. You should go through that concepts. So this table, optimum concentration of some metals in drinking water. Excuse me. Iron is 0.2, aluminum 0.2, manganese is 0.05. While going to the copper is 3.0 and zinc is 5.0, cadmium 0.005. So what is the question for us? The maximum prescribed concentration of cadmium in drinking water in ppm is 0.005. First option 0.05 goes to manganese, second option 3 goes to copper, third option 0.005 goes to what about that 0.005 goes to cadmium. So cadmium is the right answer for this question. My dear students, make a note regarding this one. Clear? And the next one is concentrate this tables, this type of tables you should concentrate, very very important. Next one is arrange the following acids in order of their increasing acidity. Very 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 interesting question it is. Question number 39. increasing acidity given. So 4 examples was given: orthonitrobenzoic acid, paranitrobenzoic acid, and parahydroxybenzoic acid and benzoic acid. So my dear students, only 2 points you have to revise for this. Electron withdrawing group increase acidic strength. Electron donating group decrease acidic strength. This is point number 1. And for carboxylic acids, for benzoic acids, ortho effect. What is ortho effect? Means the position of in the ortho position, either electron withdrawing group or either electron donating group, whatever the group will be there, that only strong. That only the strong acid. Ortho effect means group, there is no consideration of the group. Either it is electron donating group or electron withdrawing group, whatever the group will be there, that only the strongest acid. That is expressed in the terms of ortho effect it is. So electron withdrawing group increase the acidic strength, electron donating group is decreasing acidic strength, and for carboxyl benzoic acids we should consider ortho effect. Ortho effect is nothing but doesn't matter about the group. Whatever the group will be there, either is electron donating or electron withdrawing in position in ortho, that only the strongest. So according to that, first one, A is very, very strongest acid. After A, next is B. B is a very strongest acid because of NO2 group. NO2 group is NO2 is minus M. OH is, this is minus M minus I. OH is what it is? OH is plus M minus I. OH group is a plus M group and minus I group. NO2 group is a minus M group and resonating effect it is. So the right option for the question is first one is OH. OH is nothing but what is OH group? OH group is electron donating. OH group is electron donating plus group. Plus group decrease acidic strength. Minus group increase acidic strength. So what is answer means C less than D less than B less than A. This is the right answer for the question number 39. Question number 39, C less than D less than B less than A. C less than D less than B less than A is the right option for this one. So it is C D B A, right? Sorry. So this was the information regarding this type of questions. You have to find the options with the help of electron donating group and electron withdrawing group. Clear? And next one, question number 40. Phenol on treatment with carbon dioxide in the presence of sodium hydroxide followed by acidification produces compound X as the major product. X on treated with CH3CO taken to SO, that is called as acetic anhydride. In the presence of catalytic amount of H2SO4 produces what? This is a direct question from NCERT it is. This reaction is called as pole-base reaction. Pole-base reaction is used to the preparation of salicylic acid. Pole-base reaction is used to the preparation of salicylic acid, that is called as orthohydroxybenzoic acid. So what is the reaction 1? Reaction 1, phenol. Phenol is nothing but benzene ring contains OH functional group. This phenol is treated with what about that? CO2. Number 1 CO2 and number 2 is what? NaOH. Then what we will get here? Here we will get the answer is Here O minus Na plus sodium phenoxide. This is COOH. COOH is nothing but NaOH followed by acidification produces. X. So this is acidification. Acidification means you should take it to the dilute HCl. Then what we'll get here? Answer is here OH. This is COOH. This is X. Ortho hydroxy benzoic acid or salicylic acid. This reaction is called as Kolbe's reaction. It is Raymer-Timmer reaction, Kolbe's reaction. Some reactions was there in NCERT. Go through that. So you will get that answer is a Kolbe's reaction. Clear? So this is X. Next, Exxon treatment with acetic anhydride, that is called as acetic anhydride CH3CO taken twice O in the presence of catalytic amount of H2SO4. So this is treated with CH3CO taken twice O and concentrated sulfuric acid. CH3CO taken twice O is called as acetic anhydride. Acetic anhydride means you should write like I'll write the structure here. CH3COO CO CH3 CH3COO CO CH3. So what happens means when acetic anhydride is reacts with this compound, here you should eliminate H. Remove this part. What we will get here? What we will get here means the compound is O COCH3. There is no change in COOH plus CH3COOH. So this is a compound. This compound is called as orthoacetyl salicylic acid. This orthoacetyl salicylic acid also called as aspirin. Orthoacetyl salicylic acid is also called as aspirin. So this is a process to preparation of medicines, drugs, aspirin and paracetamol, which are used as antipyretics and analgesics, which can use to remove the body pains and remove the body temperature. So here, go through this one, my dear students. Don't get confused. Phenol. Phenol is treated with carbon dioxide plus sodium hydroxide. Gives rise to, it is sodium phenoxide. And COOH group is introduced in ortho position. This compound is called as, this is an intermediate. This intermediate followed by acidified with dilute HCl. NaCl will be eliminated and OH will be produced. So this compound is called as orthohydroxybenzoic acid. Orthohydroxybenzoic acid is also called as salicylic acid. And this salicylic acid is further treated with CH3CO taken twice. This is called as acetic anhydride. The structure of acetic anhydride we should write like this: CH3COO COCH3, and from this acetic anhydride, this CH3COO gain one hydrogen from this OH group and formation of acetic acid, and the remaining part, what is remaining? COCH3. COCH3 is attached to the position of oxygen in the position of hydrogen. So this is called as orthoacetyl salicylic acid, which is also called as aspirin. So the major product of this compound is orthoacetyl salicylic acid. Option is where is that option? Option, first option is not para, it is meta is wrong. Third option, you should go with the third option. It is benzene ring contains what about that? COCH3, it is OCOCH3, and remaining is CO2H. CO2H is nothing but COOH. This is COOH, this is COOH, and it is COCH3. So this is the right option for the question number 40. Clear? And next one. And this is direct question. Haloalkanes, haloarenes, polyderivatives, that is. Chloroform and treatment with concentrated HNO3 gives. Direct question this is. Chloroform and treated with concentrated H2SO, HNO3. Question number 41. Chloroform CHCl3, nitric acid gives rise to CCl3NO2 plus formation of what? Trichloronitromethane. Trichloronitromethane, which is also known as tear gas. It is tear gas, trichloronitromethane. Direct question. So there is no doubt for this. Direct. Trichloronitromethane is the right option for this. It is also called as a tear gas. And next one, question number 42. The products X and Z in the following sequence are: benzene was given 1 propene. Reaction takes place in the presence of AlCl3, ether heat gives rise to X. X-on oxidation in the presence of 130 degrees centigrade. Y you will get Y-on hydrolysis plus heat gives rise to phenol plus Z. So this is a very important reaction, many times repeated for intensities. So simple, this is already you go through this, go through with NCERT. That is a preparation of phenol from cumin. Preparation of phenol from cumin. Cumin means that is called as isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene is called as cumin. So reaction, see that reaction, question number 42, very important. Benzene plus CH3 single bond, CH double bond, CH2. Reaction takes place in the presence of aluminum chloride, ether and heat. This reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. This reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. What we will get means the answer is CH3. It is called as isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene. It is a step 1. Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Benzene undergoes 5 types of reactions: alkylation, acylation. Because of shift the double bond here, this side, this is secondary carbocation is more stable. Secondary carbocation is more stable compared to primary carbocation, according to Sedgwick rule. It is secondary carbocation more stable than primary carbocation. So delocalization takes place from this to this. This to this, it becomes positive, this becomes negative, and it attacks to benzene. So we will get the compound is isopropyl benzene. This is X. This is X. And next, isopropyl benzene is treated with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. The temperature 130 degrees centigrade. It is also called as cumin. It is also called as cumin, or it is also called as isopropyl benzene. Then the answer is this is called as cumin hydroperoxide. This is called as cumin hydroperoxide. In a question that was given Y. So it is Y. Next, hydrolysis of Y and heat. H plus Y, heat. Break this one. Then what will be the answer is OH plus CH3CO, CH3. OH plus CH3CO, CH3. So here, this is a Z. So this is a sequence for question number 42. The product X and Z in the following sequence. This reaction is a preparation of phenol from cumin or isopropyl benzene. How isopropyl benzene is obtained means when benzene is treated with propene. This reaction is called as a Friedel-Crafts alkylation. The compound is isopropyl benzene. This isopropyl benzene is also called as cumin. Cumin is oxidation. At 130 degrees centigrade, the compound is intermediate cumin hydroperoxide. cumin hydroperoxide. On heating cumin hydroperoxide, it gives rise to benzene with OH, that is called as phenol, and byproduct CH3COCH3 is called as acetone. Byproduct acetone. So the right answer for the question is isopropyl benzene, and acetone is the right option for this question. Isopropyl benzene and acetone. So next one, 43. The synthesis of alkyl fluorides is best accomplished by. So this is direct question from alkyl halides, haloalkanes, haloarenes. The reaction name is SWOT reaction. What is the name of the reaction? Is SWOT reaction. You should go with 43. RBr or RCl, which is treated with AgF, SbF3, AgF, COF3, SbF3. These are said to be the fluorinating reagents. Then what happens here? We'll get RF plus AgF. RF plus AgF, any one of the substitution you should take. Then answer is this reaction is called as what reaction? SWOT reaction. SWOT reaction is used to the preparation of alkyl fluorides. Alkyl fluorides, COF3, SbF3, AgF, such type of compound you should select. Then easy to preparation of alkyl fluorides. So this is named reaction. This named reaction is called as what about that? SWOT reaction. SWOTs. Next question number 44. The incorrectly matched pair among the following is molecular shape. So here direct question, this is 44, direct question. According to hybridization, we know that total number of valency electrons divided by 8. If you go with BRF5, one of the option was there BRF5. Once you go with the SF4, SF4 is a seesaw shape, correct. CLF3 also T shape, correct. NH3 trigonal pyramidal shape, correct. Trigonal pyramidal, not bipyramidal. Trigonal pyramidal shape, it is correct. And should go pyramidal only, not trigonal. Pyramidal is right enough, it is. And BRF5 is not trigonal, bipyramidal. BRF5. BRF5 is what is BR? Bromine is 7th group. Number of fluorines 5. 7th group divided by 8. So we'll get a 7 plus 7 5 is 35 by 8. So 42 by 8. 42 by 8, what is answer is? 42 by 8, 8 5 is 40. 2 1s are 2. So is bond pair, it is lone pair. So this is an example for 5 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair. sp3d2. Actual expected octahedral, but square pyramidal. Expected octahedral, but square pyramidal. Clear? Actually, BRF5, total 5 bond pairs, 1 lone pair, sp3d2 hybridization, total 6 pairs. 6 pairs stands for octahedral, but here the shape of the molecule is square pyramidal, but in that example was given trigonal pyramidal. Trigonal pyramidal is outright wrong. This is a wrongly matched. Clear? Next one, question number 45. The percentages of S character in the hybrid orbitals of nitrogen in NO2 plus NO3 minus and NH4 plus respectively are. NO2 plus, NO3 minus, next is NH4 plus. Direct question, this is very simple question. It is. We know that sp hybridization, S percentage 50. sp2 hybridization, S percentage 33.3. sp3 hybridization, S percentage is 25. This is the basic fundamental points. And NO2 plus sp. Next NO3 minus sp2, NH4 plus sp3. These are the hybridizations of that elements. Nitronium ion. This is a nitronium ion which can use it in the nitration of benzene electrophilitis. Nitronium ion sp. Nitrate ion sp2. Ammonium ion sp3. So here 50, 33.3 and 25. So the answer is 50, 33.3, 25 is, we should go with second option, right? NO2 plus 33.3, yes. So option 2 is right for this question number 45. Next, question number 46. The bond order and the magnetic characteristic of Cn minus are. Bond order, magnetic position, Cn minus. So here, my dear students, Cn minus, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, atomic number plus 1. So total how many electrons? 14 electrons. Cn minus total how many electrons it is? 14 electrons. 14 electrons is similar with nitrogen. So what is the configuration? Electron configuration. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, and followed by pi 2px2, pi 2py2, sigma 2pz2. This is the electronic configuration of the nitrogen. Less than 14, less than or equal to 14, we should follow this one. Pi 2px2, pi 2py2, pi 2pz2. So here you should highlight this. These are without stars. So what is bond order is? Bonding electrons minus anti-bonding electrons divided by 2. Bonding electrons 10, anti-bonding 4 divided by 2. 6 by 2 is equals to 3. So what is bond order is equals to 3. And this is an example for a diamagnetic substance, because of there is no so there is no vacant electron, unpaired electrons. So there is no unpaired electrons present in this Cn minus. So Cn minus 14 electrons. 14 electrons bond order through 3. You should go with that. 14 electrons bond order is 3 only. If one electron is less, one electron is more, then bond angle decreases by 0.5 units. 15 electrons 2.5. 13 electrons 2, like that. 16 electrons 2, 17 electrons 1.5, 18 electrons 1, 19 electrons 0.5, 20 electrons 0. That is the process to find the bond orders. So it is a 3 bond order and diamagnetic. Next question number 47. Stability of this species Li2 minus and Li2 plus increasing in the order of Li2 minus Li2 plus Li2 minus Li2 plus. What will be the stability order? So what is lithium? Lithium atomic number 3. In Li2 6 electrons, because 3 into 2 6 electrons. What is 6 electrons? Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. So what is bond order is 4 minus 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Lithium bond order is 1. As bond order increases, we have to express the stability also. Clear? Bond order 1 means a single bond is more stabilities between the two lithium atoms. Next, Li2 minus 2 to the 6 plus 1. 7 electrons, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s1. So what is bond order is? Bond order 4 minus 3 by 2. Because of these are the bonding, 4 minus 1 is antibonding. 1 is antibonding electron. Antibonding contains any electrons that is unstable. Antibonding contains any electrons that is unstable. So here next number 3 Li2 plus 6 minus 1 is equal to 5 electrons. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1 S2, sigma 2 S1. So what is bond order here? Bond order 3 minus 2 by 1, 2 by 2 is equals to also 0.5. So here number of antibonding electrons increases, stability decreases. So least stable is Li2 minus, next is Li2 plus, last is Li2. So that is Li2 minus, Li2 plus, Li2. Clear? Both are having same bond orders, 0.5, 0.5. As bond order increases, stability increases it is. So both are having same bond order, but in Li2 minus antibonding electron is there, antibonding electron is decrease the stability it is. So right answer for this question is Li2 minus, Li2 plus, Li2. This is right option for this 47. And still 3 more questions are there to completion of the session. And next 48. So given what will be the end product be in the following sequence of reactions? So given that is 2, 4 dibromo toluene, given MnO4 KMnO4, OH minus, H2OH plus, gives rise to A. CaO plus NaOH on heating gives rise to B. So we have to find what is B. So here simple, this is a first reaction. First reaction is oxidation. Oxidation of alkyl benzenes. Oxidation of alkyl benzenes gives rise to carboxylic acids only. The entire alkyl group is converted into carboxylic acid. The first reaction, see this one, alkylation of CH3, Br, KMnO4OH minus, hydrolysis in the presence of acid. Then what we'll get means this entire CH3 group is converted into COOH. So this compound is called as 2,4 dibromobenzoic acid. 2,4-dibromobenzoic acid. So this is A. It is A. And A is treated with calcium oxide and sodium hydroxide. A is treated with calcium oxide and sodium hydroxide means this is nothing but decarboxylation. Decarboxylation means removal of CO2. Removal of CO2 is called as what it is? Decarboxylation. Removal of CO2 from COOH function group. What is remaining is remaining H. H will be occupies the position. So further the reaction CaO plus NaOH on heating, this is called as what it is? Decarboxylation. Decarboxylation means removal of carbon dioxide. Then what will be the end product? End product total nothing will be there. That is here bromine is there. Here bromine is there. So this compound is called as 1,3 dibromobenzene. 1,3 dibromobenzene. 1,3 dibromobenzene is the right answer for the question because entire the methyl group is eliminated. This total methyl group will be eliminated on oxidation with KMnO4 followed by decarboxylation. That entire COO group will be removed from this. This H will be occupies the position. Then what will be the answer is here CH will be there. It's Br. So the right answer for this question 1,3 dibromobenzene, it is where it is last option for this. Clear? So this is correct for this one. And next one 49. Ether gives rise to A. Hydrolysis gives rise to B in the presence of H please. So here this is very easy question. First reaction, alkyl halides, aryl halides are treated with magnesium metal in the presence of dry ether to give rise to RMGX. RMGX is called as Grignard reagents. First reaction is called as Grignard reagent. Formation of Grignard reagent means it is a bromocyclohexane which is treated with magnesium in the presence of ether. The answer is MgBr. This is a cyclohexyl magnesium bromide. Cyclohexyl magnesium bromide it is. So this is nothing but the Grignard reagent. After this Grignard reagent, what is second step? Second step we should take with MgBr. This is the Grignard hydrolysis, H plus and OH minus. Simply you should eliminate this entire MgBr with OH, add H to this. What we will get? The answer is cyclohexane plus MgOH This is a process to calculate, to find the B. To find the B, removal of total the Br group. Removal of total the Br group from this, we will get the right answer. So answer is this one is the right option for the question. It is 49, and this is the right option. So you should go through this. This reaction is formation of RMGX. RMGX when is treated hydrolysis of Grignard reagent. Hydrolysis of Grignard reagent means R required H. Alkane will get. Alkane means cyclohexane here. Very important reaction it is. And next last one for this session. The product formed during the following reaction, CH3 taken thrice, CO, CH3 plus HI. So that is methyl tertiary butyl ether or methoxy tertiary butane. Methoxy tertiary butane or methyl tertiary butyl ether is treated with hydroiodic acid. What will be the product? Very, very interesting and important question this is. CH3, CO, CH3. CH3 plus HI. What will be the answer? Where we should HI? HI can be written as H plus I minus. Where you should break? Break here or here. That is important. Break where we should break means suppose this is the exceptional case. It is. This is the exceptional case because of once you are breaking here. Break the bond between this CO bond if you are breaking. This is a tertiary carbocation. Tertiary carbocation is more stable. Tertiary carbocation is more stable. Tertiary butoxide is least stable. Tertiary butoxide is least stable. Tertiary carbocation is more stable. So on the basis of the stability only, you have to break here. Suppose the compound was given like this. Suppose OCH3 was given. This is called as anisole. So for this anisole, what we will get? Add HI to this. Then what will be answer? You should write. Phenoxide ion is more stable. Phenoxide ion is more stable for the stability factor. Clear? Then H goes to here, I goes to here. Generally, the iodine part, negative part goes to least alkyl group actually. According to the rule and regulation, negative part goes to least alkyl group and positive part goes to more alkyl group. But here some exceptions was there regarding this ether. That exceptions we observed for this type of example and this type of example because of the stability factor. And the stability factor of phenoxide ion is more stable, and that tertiary carbocation is also more stable. So you should break this side and add I minus to this side and H to this side. Then what will be the answer is CH3 single bond, CH3 single bond, CH3 single bond I plus CH3OH. This is the right answer according to the stability factor. Then where is the answer is CH3I, CH4, CH0. first option is right for the question. This is first option, outright right it is, that is tertiary butyl iodide plus methyl alcohol is the right answer. So this is the end of the part session split 5 syllabus, that is haloalkanes, haloarenes, alcohols, phenols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, followed by first period chemical bonding and environmental chemistry. So practice and don't lose your confidence, be strong and practice different type of organic reactions which are available from your competitive material. I wish you all the best. I hope you understood, and thank you one and all. Have a nice day.